Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Today's video is going to be a different kind of video. I moved to make this video because of the election results. Even if Donald Trump claims that he does not condone sexual assault or sexual violence of any kind, his actions and his words don't match that claim. Because of Donald Trump, a lot of people think now that it is okay, that these things are forgivable in some way or they are appropriate in some way, and that's simply not true. But I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to educate men and women, boys and girls of any age, any race about sexual assault. All this information will be based off of my own personal experience with sexual assault. I wanted to wait to make this video until you guys knew me better, until I was more set in my ways on my new YouTube channel, because this is something very personal. This is something that no one really likes to talk about or address, and this is something that could essentially kill my YouTube career and make my how many subscribers I have not want to listen to what I have to say anymore. But hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully you guys will learn something and you'll find help in this video. All this information that I'm about to share with you about what to do if you are sexually assaulted is what I learned on my own after the assault, based on therapies that I went to, group sessions I went to, books that I read, and all this information was never ever taught to me in school. It was never addressed in sexual education. It was just something that I don't know if I was expected to know by age 17, but I did not. In 2010, I was a junior in high school and I was 17 years old, and I was sexually assaulted by a college student who was a sophomore and was a hopeful for the WVU football team. This was my really first ever encounter with this man, and I didn't really know him. I willingly went to his apartment, and that's when it took place. I washed away all my evidence next morning, and I went to the hospital after I took a shower. So I really never had much of a chance to win anything other than text messages he had sent me, threats he had sent me, things he had told other people, things I had told other people, but there was just no way to really build a successful case off of hearsay from other people and text messages. That's a little bit of my experience. It's not really something that I want to go deeper into detail with, and I hope you understand. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you have just been sexually assaulted, step one is get to a safe place. If you are still in this guy's house, if you are still in the alleyway, if you are still in the store, if you are still in the car, wherever you are, get out. See, the quickest route of escape, just get out. Wherever you are, get out, get home if that's where you need to be safe, get to a friend's house, and get to the hospital. You have to go to the hospital. Going to the hospital is something I did not know needed to happen if you had been sexually assaulted. The next thing you need to do is not tamper with any evidence. Your body is now the evidence. So do not shower, do not go to the bathroom, do not wash your hands, do not change your clothes, and if you have anything, like a bruise, make sure you don't treat that, an open wound, don't treat that until you get to the hospital, because all of that is going to have DNA and it's going to have evidence to build your case. The next step is to write everything down. Your head is probably super jumbled, you're scared, you might be shaking. If you don't have pen and paper, start writing on your phone. Most phones have a way to take notes, so take notes on your phone. Please write everything down, because you are going to be questioned 100 times and people are going to make you think that you've changed your story when you haven't, based on what he has said. So write everything down. You also need to tell a friend right away, and this person needs to be your best friend, needs to be a parent, needs to be an aunt, someone that you can tell right away so that they can be a witness, if you will. that person can vouch for you, can say like, yes, I know Ashley very well. She is my best friend. She told me about it, and this is what she told me. And your stories will be the same because it's the truth. On that note, though, be careful who you tell, because I remember when I was just in high school when this happened, and I told, other girls in my high school, other guys in my high school, and a lot of them said that I was lying. They said that I made it up. I wanted attention. I wanted to get back at my ex-boyfriend, but that simply wasn't the case. I was just a 17-year-old girl, and something very traumatic had just happened to me. If someone shares with you that they have been sexually assaulted, believe them. You have to believe them. It hurts them if you question anything they're saying, because I'm sure that they are telling the truth. You just have to believe that they are telling the truth. And what goes along with that is, if you are a male, a female, whoever, do not lie about being sexually assaulted. It harms the person that you're lying about, and it harms the people who actually do get assaulted, because then it's much easier to say, well, people do lie about this. So do not lie about being sexually assaulted. It is serious. It's not a joke. It's not a way to get back at somebody. It's not a way to get back at an ex-boyfriend. It's not a way to get back at an ex-girlfriend, whoever. Do not lie about being sexually assaulted. Please decide now, before anything ever happens, if or when it does happen, decide now that if you are sexually assaulted, that you are going to press charges. This makes it a lot easier if something does happen, because you've already made your mind up that you are not going to stand for it. Don't live in the mentality of this could never happen to me. I know so many people who live in that mentality, and something always happens to them. So make the decision now that if you find yourself in one of these situations, that you are going to press charges, so that that's not even on your radar. You just know, this is what I'm going to do. Below, I will link the suicide hotline, the rape and domestic violence hotline, and know that if something has just happened to you, please call 911. And finally, hold people accountable. If you know that a friend or a colleague or a friend of a friend or just someone you went to school with participates in this kind of behavior and thinks that it's acceptable, say something. Don't let it fall on someone else. It's on us as a whole. We have to say that this is wrong, and we have to say that that behavior is unacceptable. Please share this video. Don't share this video so that I can get a lot of subscribers or views or whatever. I don't care about that. This is strictly just because people need to know what to do if they're sexually assaulted. They need to know the steps to take, and they need to know how to protect themselves. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have been sexually assaulted, please reach out to someone that you love and you trust, and please talk to them about it. And if you ever need help, the links are below, and I'm always available to talk. I'm not a licensed counselor, but I am always available to talk and be a safe place. And I'm sure you guys have plenty of friends that you can talk to, so don't be afraid. Speak up and decide that you are worth it. Thank you.